The old neighborhood has changed forever. The diner is now an ironic and expensive cafe run by a new generation. That shot in a beer joint now serves craft beer and cappuccino. The family sold that great high-class restaurant to a chain. The burger place is now a hangout for video poker junkies. The old neighborhood is not what it used to be. So how do you find a plate of spaghetti and meatballs like you used to get? Where do you go for a big bowl of hearty soup and fresh baked crusty bread? What do you do if you want chewy barbecue ribs or old-fashioned mac and cheese? You come watch us. We're the team that has the old neighborhood recipes, and we miss those old friends and old joints as much as you. We are going to show you how to bring back that good stuff right in your own kitchen. This is the Old Neighborhood Cooking Show.
Today I'm going to do for you ham Florencia. It's a pasta salad. So looking at places like Mother McGee's that had a salad bar with over 50 different items on it, and the Picnic Cafe, which featured soups and salads, many different kinds of pasta and rice salads, people started looking for something that was a little more substantial when it comes to salads. Not just what they call the chef salad, which is lettuce with a boiled egg and ham and cheese. They want even more. So we started getting really creative in the early 80s, and I came up with a couple of recipes. Ham Florencia is a great way to use up a lot of leftovers, and it's also a good way to come up with a nice substantial lunch, a good pasta salad. Ham Florencia, here we go. So the Florencia salad dressing is how we want to get started. It's a wonderful little salad dressing that has all the different Italian flavors, but it hasn't got the sharp balsamic or even red wine vinegar. Here we're using a more northern Italian, that's why it's Florencia. We're going to start with apple cider vinegar, and here I have about 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. I'm just making enough here for one person. If you want to double, triple, quadruple the recipe, feel free to do that. So now what I'm going to do is add into that vinegar a little bit of maki seasoning. Maki, it's a seasoning that actually started in Switzerland. It's made from a lovage plant. It adds a little umami, it adds a little bit of flavor, and a different layer of flavor for our salad dressing. So we add a little bit of maki into the cider vinegar. Next we're going to add, and I'm not measuring here, I'm just adding what I feel is about right. Once you've made this salad dressing a number of times for yourself, you're going to feel the same way. You'll know what's right and what isn't. So the following thing I do then is add a seasoning salt. Now I personally prefer Big Boy seasoning salt. I'm a Detroit boy and I grew up with seasoning salt from Big Boy. I've tried numerous others. This is the one I like best. So we need a little bit of seasoned salt into the vinegar. Then we need to start flavoring it with a little bit of extra. First, oregano. And this is just leaf oregano. Don't need much, just enough to get it started, get a little bit of that flavor into it. The same thing with basil. So I'm using just dried leaf basil, dried leaf oregano, and we need garlic. The garlic always brings up some good flavors. This is the garlic, and we use quite a bit of that garlic. That's always good. And then the key ingredient now is tarragon leaves. So I buy these at different grocery stores. They're all pretty good as long as you're using it pretty fresh. You don't want to leave it sitting in the jar for years. Get some good tarragon leaf. It's got a wonderful licorice kind of a smell, and this salad dressing actually uses quite a bit of tarragon leaf. So now if you'll notice, I added all of the dry ingredients, all of the seasonings, to my vinegar. And what I'm going to do is flavor the vinegar by making this first, stir it all up, and then I'm going to let this sit. I'm going to let that sit for at least 10 minutes, and what that does is it brings all those flavors into the vinegar so that when you bite, you're not biting a piece of oregano that's encapsulated in oil so that you get raw oregano, raw basil, raw tarragon. We flavor the vinegar first. Next, we're going to make our salad. So this is what we're going to do. Ham Florencia uses red pepper or green pepper, either one, and I just chop it up small enough to make it bite-sized. I use a little bit of carrot, not much, and I've peeled and sliced these carrots small. This is just to give it a little added crunch and a little bit of sweetness. We like to counterbalance all these different flavors. In this, we also use celery. Now, these are celery pieces that I've cleaned, I've cut up, and again, with ham Florencia, you can use up a lot of your leftovers. So if you have a crudité vegetable platter and you have some things left over from it, you can always add it into your salad. I have a cucumber here, and what I've done is just barely peeled it. I like a little bit of the green, that always adds a good flavor, and I'm just going to simply slice the cucumber, and we'll add that into the bowl. And green onion. So green onion gives us a nice flavor without being obnoxious like a big piece of white onion or even a red onion. Those can get a little bit of a strong, obnoxious flavor in a salad. And this is something we want just to have a lot of good flavor to it. And this is what Old Neighborhood cooking is all about. I came up with this recipe when I was at Picnic Cafe, but it's based on recipes from back in the Old Neighborhood when we would have a bunch of leftovers. We'd have some leftover pasta from a spaghetti dinner, and we put it all together and make a salad out of it. So 2 days ago, we had ham for dinner, a nice roast ham, nice slices, and we have leftover ham. So what I'm going to do is take one piece of this leftover ham, I'm going to cut it and cube it, and we'll add this to our salad. This will be the base, the protein part of the salad. And again, I'm just making enough for one. This is for my lunch. If you want to make more, double it up, triple it up. It's a wonderful way to do a salad, wonderful way to have a lunch. Use up your leftovers. It's the way we used to do it in the old school. We didn't throw things away, we used everything. Finally, after dinner last week, we had pasta for dinner. We cooked a little too much of the noodles. I always do because I like the leftovers. And there's a lot of things that you can do with leftover noodles. This is one of them. What I'm doing is I'm just cutting these pieces of leftover cooked spaghetti up, and we'll add this to the bowl. And then we're going to finish our salad dressing, our Florencia salad dressing, mix everything up, and time for manja manja. So our vinegar has now been infused with the flavors of maki, tarragon, garlic, oregano, basil, and the seasoned salt. And so now we're going to finish it by adding our oil. And then for this dressing, we don't need pure olive oil. We're going to use half and half. So I'm using just a regular canola oil. Any of the bland salad oils are fine. And it's traditionally, classically, 3 to 1. 3 oil to 1 vinegar. Here we're going to go a little bit less. So I'm going to add a little bit of canola oil. And I'm going to add a little bit of the extra virgin, first cold pressed olive oil. So that blends our flavors. It's not too strong, it's not too powerful. We just need to mix it up. Blend it, emulsify it. And this gives you plenty of salad dressing. You can use it for more than just this one salad. I like to use it on a regular dinner salad when I have it, but it especially works real well with this ham Florencia. There's not a lot of acid with the tomatoes and that kind of thing in the salad. It's a salad that just works really well to use up the leftovers. And we'll just add this now. And mix it. Get everything all mixed up. Let it sit for a little while. I will cover it, pop it in the fridge, let it sit, and then when dinner time comes around, or when my lunchtime comes around, these flavors will have married, the flavors will have blended, and everything will be perfectly ready to go for a nice ham Florencia lunch salad. This is a wonderful pasta salad. Now it can be served as is in the bowl the way that this is, or you can actually dress it up by making a platter with chopped lettuces, some Bibb, maybe some head lettuce, some romaine lettuce, just a mixture of chopped lettuce, and then put this on top of it. Now it becomes even more of an entree salad. But look at there, it's high noon, time for our pasta salad for lunch, ham Florencia. So here we are, ready to have lunch. This is our pasta salad, ham Florencia. We're going to enjoy this one. This is a great salad. So manja manja, and I'll see you next time on Old Neighborhood Cooking. Take care. Oh, that's good stuff. Real good stuff.
Okay.
I identify the voice just because she is so nice, Angelina. Angelina, the waitress at the pizzeria. I super minestrone just to be with her alone, Angelina. Angelina, the waitress at the pizzeria. Ti voglio bene, Angelina, I adore you.
Alright guys, let's shut her down and get ready for the next episode. Turn TV.
Kind of stuff. Wake up! Is that the only way to get through to you? Do what they all do? Bust like a hot water balloon? Doc, what's...
KPBP-TV is owned and operated by the DLC Media Group in association with KP Productions. KPBP-TV is available streaming on YouTube at channel KPBP-TV. Subscription to the channel assures you access to the latest productions. Please direct questions and comments to kpbptv at gmail.com. KPBP-TV is an equal opportunity employer.